So hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Through this video I'm going to start a complete driving training series, and there will be a bunch of videos, and it's a very first video out of that bunch. In each of my videos I'll be covering each and every part of the car you need to be very familiar of. Now what we do, we just sit on the driver's side and don't have the enough knowledge in order to operate your car like a pro driver. You are not familiar with your steering wheel, clutch, gear, control system, and you need to face and you are out to face in fact a lot of problem while you are driving on the road. So in each of my videos I'll be covering a single part. For example, in my first video I'll be covering steering wheel. There will be a complete information on the steering wheel, on how it works and what things you need to keep in mind in order to operate your steering wheel. So let's start the video without wasting any further time. In most of the cars these days we have got a power assisted steering, or called power steering. Some 15-20 years back we have got normal steering where the front tires and the steering wheel were directly connected, but this is not in case of these power assisted steerings. There is someone sitting between called EPS motor, and when you are rotating the steering like this, you are actually calibrating that EPS motor, which in turns rotate the tire. Now the question is, what's the purpose of that EPS motor? See, as you can see, this is the bonnet and it contains an entire engine of the car, and therefore the car becomes very heavy vehicle. In order to calibrate the tires of this heavy vehicle, there should be someone sitting between who's doing the job for you, so that the steering rotation for the driver becomes easy and the driving experience also becomes smooth. So what's the purpose of telling that? The purpose is very simple. You need to train your mind in a different way altogether to get yourself familiar with this steering wheel. This is not at all comparable to your bike riding experience or bicycle riding experience, because in those, if you are rotating your bike handle by 10 degree, your tires will also be rotating by 10 degree. But this is not in case of a car. Now let me just verify it. My tires are now straight, and you can see this is 90 degree rotation, this is 180, this is 270, and this is 360. I have turned my steering wheel through the right to a one complete cycle, that is 360 degrees. Now are my tires also rotated through 360 degree? Let me just verify it. Let me just get out of this car, and here we are. Now my tires are just rotated through some 15-20 degrees. Now why there is so much difference in terms of rotation of this steering wheel and that of your front tires? This is deliberately and scientifically done in order to get yourself familiar with car driving and basically prevent you from comparing this car driving with bike or bicycle riding. Now let's suppose you are riding a bicycle or a motorbike. You just rotate the handle by 10 degree and the tires are also rotated by 10 or 20 degrees, whatever. But this is not in case of car. What you have observed is that I have rotated this steering wheel to one full cycle, that is 360, and my tires were rotated just about 15 to 20 degrees. So this much difference in terms of rotation of this steering wheel and that of front tires are deliberately kept. Had these differences were not there, your car would have responded the rotation angle of this steering wheel, and let's suppose you had turned this steering wheel to 10 degrees, the car would also have been turned by 10 degrees and it would have shifted from this side to this side, and it eventually would have crashed into some objects or a vehicle, and as a result of that you would have hurt yourself or somebody else. So what's the takeaway? You need to train your brain, or you can say your mind, in a different way altogether. You can't just compare with the car riding and bike riding. You can't just compare your car riding skills and with your bike riding skills. These two skills are very different and can't just be compared. You need to train your mind in a different way. You have to rotate this steering wheel too much in order to just get a little rotation. For just a little rotation, you have to rotate this steering wheel too much. However, it also depends upon speed and condition. If your car is moving at a higher speed, you have to keep it as straight as possible and not turn it in a random way. But if your car is at a very low speed, say 15-20 km per hour, you need to rotate this steering wheel too much in order to just obtain a little rotation. For a little rotation, you will have to rotate this steering wheel too much if your car is at a lower speed. And for higher speed, a slight tilt will result in a different situation. Your car will entirely shift from this position to that position. So that's a different scenario altogether. What's the purpose of making this video is to get yourself familiar with steering wheel, that how it works and how you can train your mind in a different way to get yourself familiar. In the next video, I'll be covering this brake. Everything about this brake will be covered in that video, and the same video will also be available in Hindi. And if you want to check that out, you can check my description box and you will get the link. So that's it for today. I hope you have understood the elements of the video. If you have any doubt, you can comment that doubt in the comment box. And for any suggestion, you can comment that suggestion in the same comment box. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care and have a nice day.